And I'm getting everybody on board here, all the channels. And tonight we're going to talk about, hi everybody on Facebook, good to see you, and over here on Instagram. I'm going to wait for a little bit while people are populating. Today is October 18th, 2023. And tonight I'm going to be talking about the moon in Sagittarius and how that brings us into being able to receive good. Wouldn't you like some good in your life with all this kind of crazy stuff going on all over the place? So tonight, let's tune in and I'm going to talk about that. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. I'm so glad you joined tonight. And then I'm going to talk a little bit, and hi, Tony. I'm going to talk about lots going on today. The peeps over here on my other Facebook page, I'm not going to be able to see you in real time, but I will answer your questions. Hello, Tony. Oh, two Tonys. Oh, I got two Tonys in the house tonight. Woohoo! Anyway, so I'm going to do a reading for the collective consciousness, and then I'm going to take some of your questions and answers. And in between that, we're going to talk about some really delicious stuff that's coming up at, for heaven's sake, at the bookstore. These amazing events that are coming up, you're not going to want to miss out. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of a demonstration tonight about the event about love. And we all know with the holidays coming up, that can be kind of dicey. And you're like, oh, I wish I had somebody to spend the holidays with, or maybe I don't want to spend the holidays with this person, you know, that kind of thing. So we're going to learn how to manifest love in this upcoming workshop. It is amazing. It is going to be a series. So after that, the next month, we're going to talk about money and who couldn't use that discussion, especially around the end of the year. All right, so let's do a reading for the collective consciousness and talk a little bit about what's going on. If you have any questions, hey, Jackie, if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them down here in the feed. If you're watching this later, generally I will increase my subject matter or change my subject matter about every 7 to 10 minutes. So if you're wanting a particular item, let me know, and I'll try to accommodate on these lives. So we're going to do a little bit of a collective consciousness reading and talk about a few tips. All right, so we have, oh, we got some more people in the house. Say hello. If you're over here, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there. And the real juicy bit, if you will, is the moon being in Sagittarius. We've had a lot of energy shifts with planets in retrograde and the yods, you know, coming into play, and it just all shifts how we're feeling emotionally inside, and it affects the world scene and affects how we feel about ourselves. And so if you are having some challenges where you're just like, oh, you know, I want to get rid of this feeling, and oh, Hillary, thank you so much for sharing the video. Um, and you're just got these feelings like, you know, everything's going haywire. I had a couple clients today that tell me with all the things going on the world scene, they're just worried, worried, worried. Then they have their things in their own life and these challenges, and you're going to be feeling a lot of that. Just be ready for that until at least February, because the universe is giving us a chance to up-level our game and to get rid of karma. For those of you that aren't aware, the whole reason of being on planet Earth is to work on and release karma, which is unbalanced energy, and the universe likes balance. So if you're not balanced in your life, you got to come back and do it again. Oi. I'm working on the last time if I can help it. So what I'm saying is it's really a time now to look at your life and what's happening. What irritates you? What things in your relationships irritate you? Oh, interesting, the card of the day. Um, and what things are popping out at you, because I promise you, if you look at those things, no matter how painful, and you write them out, you're going to see what's been right under your nose that the universe is asking you to release or transmute. And I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself. Today's October the 18th, 2023. It's Wednesday, and my name is Deanna Gloyd. Rhymes with Pink Floyd. Anyway, I just dated myself. So tonight, or today, I'd like for you to take some thoughtful consideration and write down the things that you're really finding are irritating you or causing you to be on edge. Because that's what the universe is bringing right to your front door, literally, and saying, these are the things to release. during these times, even if it's tough or appears to be tough, because the more that you release, the more you balance out, and the more you center in yourself, the happier you're going to be, and the more quickly you're going to be in the space of joy. So, one of my tips for you all tonight is to think about what's under here, what's bugging you, and why is it bugging you? A lot of childhood stuff is coming up. Childhood traumas are coming up, bubbling to the surface. Things we haven't thought about in years. And it's so that you can be lighter and more joy-filled. If that makes sense to you, could you give me a thumbs up, please? I know I'm a little bit quieter tonight. I'm not my normal 90 to nothing self. Just a little bit more relaxed, more calm, because I've been releasing emotional things as well. All right. So let's do a reading for the collective consciousness. Then let's talk about this absolutely yummy class. Oh, hi, Carol. Good to see you. So good to see you. Oh, yeah. Sarah says, I'm trying to release a lot. Definitely needs a big change. Yes, absolutely. So, Sarah, stay tuned. And you too, Darlene, because I'm going to talk about how to release some more of that stuff and how you can get some help at various different levels, depending on where you are in your releasing process. Okay, so here's the reading for the collective consciousness. That means what energies are going to show up between now and about 7 days from now. The first one is called Treasure Island. And notice that this beautiful card here is upside down, okay? This has been our past. I don't know about you, but it couldn't be more clear to me. I've been seeking different things in my life for years, and they say if you just work harder, if you work smarter, if you do an affirmation, if you do an affirmation, if you make a list, if you say it every day. How many of you out there have been doing things like that and stuff still doesn't come? You don't have the money you want, the romance you want, or the health you want. Can I get a thumbs up out there, please? I want to see them, woo, everywhere, right? I'm not alone, am I? I'm not the only one who's been seeking stuff and not been able to find it? Or is it just me? Uh-oh. I guess it is just me. Oh, wait, there's a thumbs up. Thank you. Hi, Brandy. Good to see you. So, the treasure. The treasure. Oh, thank you, Sarah, and Christine and Tony for the love. Thank you. And Jackie, thank you. Mama Jakim, thank you. I just want to make sure it's not just me, because, thank you, Melissa. Sometimes you get so caught up in here, you're like, what? That little meme, like this. Anyway, all right, Treasure Island upside down. This has been everybody's past. Listen closely. If you are looking for the treasure in your life, the things that you think have been withheld from you, then I'd like for you to make your claim for them to be brought to you, and to be shown what it is that's in your energy field that's blocking you from seeing it or receiving it. Because I'm telling you, there's imbalanced karma somewhere, whether you did it to someone else or someone else did it to you. It doesn't matter. What matters is we have to get it balanced so that we can receive our treasure. Okay? And for those of you that have a biblical background like I do, I'm going to tell you something to consider when you're thinking about this. According to the canonized version of the Bible, it says, in the New Testament, Christ says, the kingdom of heaven is within. Not up here, not in the afterlife, it's within. So what is the kingdom of heaven? What's within? That's our ability to bring and manifest the light that comes through us, because we're a spirit being in a physical body, and put it out into our world. And if you're in that space of joy, or at least peace as much as you can, that means you're sending out the signal for things that you desire, and the things will come back. Does that make sense? I know that's my tagline. Does that make sense? Tony says, peace in our soul. Absolutely. Now I'm going to ask you another question. How many of you are looking at the economy, looking at the stock market, looking at the holidays coming up and going, oh, I have so much joy within right now? How many? Okay, good. For those of you that said yes, you graduated. Goodbye. You're doing great. For the rest of us, here's the card for the collective consciousness. Here's the present. Also came upside down. It's called Never Ending Story. There we go. Never Ending Story. Tony, I hope you're saying me to, to this. Otherwise, you graduated. Come get your cap from me. Anyway, never ending story. So, the last few months, we feel like treasure, money, health, relationships have been withheld from us no matter how much we affirm, manifest, say the things, do the things, buy the notebooks, buy the DVDs, buy the downloads, and still we're like empty, right? I'm going to tell you why. Here's the secret. Here's the $1,000,000 secret. It's because what's in here has been a never ending story of not loving yourself. Da 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 da. The red tape needs to go across the bottom of here. It's opening your heart and accepting you and loving you. And that's what this moon in Sagittarius is giving us, this space and this otherwise icky kind of feeling energy to really come out and shed the poop. Oh, thank you, Mama Jaqueen. She agrees. She gives me a thumbs up. Sarah says, yep. Thank you. And so here's what I'm telling you. These energies, being alive, awake, aware, and alert at these times, and knowing that there's challenges and looking at them and releasing them and asking the universe to take it or transmute the energy or get an Akashic Records reading. That's what I do for a living. Well, that's not all I do. But I'm a Akashic Records reader. That means I read energies from all the lifetimes you've ever lived. Einstein said, everything exists all at the same time. And so all these energies are just everywhere from all the lifetimes, and we're trying to transmute them, clear them, balance out the karma. Can I get a thumbs up? A yes, you understand the nodding had something. Yes, Dana says, Delana says it's been yucky. Chelsea says me too. Okay. So the past, our treasure has been buried. I'm telling you, the universe is setting us up. By February, you do the work now. You look at all these opportunities to learn that are being brought forward to you. And by the time you get to February, you're going to feel tons better, tons lighter. Yes, there's still more stuff coming, but you'll be in this position to where you'll be like, oh, I've got this. Yes, thank you, Darlene. Hi, Sue. Nice to see you. Hi, Frank Leon. Good to see you. So the past has been this treasure withheld. It's been locked up inside of us because we haven't learned to love ourselves. And loving yourself does not mean to be an ego. Okay? Do you hear me? It doesn't mean, oh, the world's all about me and I'm just this and I'm just that. No. Loving yourself means drawing boundaries, saying no when it's appropriate, and keeping your heart open. Okay? If you need help with that, all right, I'm doing my little infomercial. If you need help with that, I am at, for heaven's sake, for those of you that are on this channel, you're going to see me because I'm in that frame. For you over here, if you go to Tools of Energy Protection over here on Instagram, toolsofenergyprotection.com, and you can click the link over there and find the session over there with the bookstore. I will be at For Heaven's Sake tomorrow, October the 19th of 2023. This week I'm only there on Thursday. Next week I'll be there Thursday and Friday. And what we're doing is we are actually tapping into people's records or yours, and we're balancing the energies and transmuting them. And since now it is so easier to access them, and if you will supersize them and get them gone, if you need help, I want you to make a list of what's bugging you, what's under here, what you need help with. And then our sessions will go much faster. You can purchase a half hour or an hour. The bookstore is the only place I'm doing half-hour sessions. That's it. I don't do them in my private practice anymore, so you got to go over there if you want that. You can go online to the bookstore and click practitioners and click Deanna Gloyd, and click Denver, Colorado, and find my schedule. Whatever's left for tomorrow will be there. All right, past. Your treasure has been hidden. Why? Because you keep repeating the same nonsense over and over again in your head. This is the time to clear it out. You ready for this? Here's the future reading. A change in the wind. Woohoo! A change in the wind. Maybe I should keep my day job. Anyway. So I'm telling you, by February, if you do the hard work now, by February, you're going to be doing really well. Are you going to be free and clear and sailing free and clear? No. But what I'm saying to you is that you'll be so well equipped to walk through what's coming in February that it won't be a problem for you. You'll be good. Okay? It's like for those people that go to the gym every day, you know, and they're worked out and then their body can handle it. And then there's people like me, you know, that tries to walk up in the mountains and I'm puffing and puffing because I'm sitting all day. So it's up to you. All right, let's move on. Now, couple more things. Number 2, for those of you that can come live, I will be at the For Heaven's Sake book in Applewood. And the address should be here. It's on the website. And I'm going to be teaching how to manifest love. Now, for those of you like, I don't need to listen to this. I already have a husband or I have a boyfriend I love. No. Love comes in many different forms. There's love of self. There's relationships, all kinds. Relationships with your parents, relationships with your kids, relationships with yourself, relationships with other people. And if those relationships aren't balanced out, you're going to have challenges with that karma. And so a lot of you have been asking me to teach more about how do I know, how do I know if this relationship is working? How do I know if this person likes me? What do they like me for? Or lots of things. So if one of you would please, either here on Instagram or either Facebook, put in the comments for me either a real question or a fake question about a person. So you could say, why does Sam have a relationship with me where he never proposes? Or why does my daughter not call me? Or whatever it is. And I'm going to do a little sample of how this class works so you can find out what's going on and get to the bottom of it. And the bonus is you can transmute the energy. I'm going to teach you how so you can do your own records reading, if you will, in your current life. So can anybody pop something into the feed that they might want to know about a relationship with another person, either a wife, a husband, a lover, a significant other, a kid? Ah, thank you, Sarah. You are so good, girl. Okay, Sarah says, oh, and then Mama Jakim, I'll answer your question too. I get 2. This is awesome. Thank you so much. You all can see what I'm going to be teaching. So first of all, if you're coming to this class, you're going to need a pendulum. Okay? And the bookstore sells them in all kinds of varieties. This one's a metal. I prefer metal these days. They have stones. They have plastic or quartz. I mean, they're just gorgeous. So you can go on the website and check them all out. And see what they have in store. Okay, and the other thing you're going to need is a set of charts, a chart book that really is rocking this world. It is one of the most amazing ones I've found. Actually, it was shown to me. You know who you are who showed it to me. But it's called Pendulum Chart Volume 1. It's by Dale Olson. It's Volume 1. There are 50 charts in here, and we're going to do a series where I'm going to teach you how to work with your money, work with your health, work with your relationships. One book, one pendulum, okay? And then you come take the class, and we'll do the first one, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till the second one. The second one's already on the books. First one's in November, second one's in December. And you're going to learn how to do these things. Okay, let's get on. Sarah. Sarah says, am I and Marco ever going to get anywhere, or am I wasting my time? Okay, Sarah, so if you were in my class, I will teach you how to connect in and shield yourself. That's really important. It's not in this book, but I'm going to teach it. Then what you want to do is go to the chart called Personal Motivators. So please don't try this at home. You know that commercial, unless you all know how to shield and protect yourself. Otherwise, you're going to get beings coming in and talking to you and telling you all kinds of crazy things that simply aren't true. All right? So the personal motivator for Sarah, Marco and I were going to go anywhere, okay? So the personal motivator, Sarah, that I'm being shown of the reason that Marco is in a relationship with you is that he feels like he needs to have a relationship, that he's not able to really function without one. And there's people like that, you know, where you're happier when you're with somebody and not when you're not. And he also likes to be in charge. I'm sure you know what I mean, Sarah. And so in this relationship, he feels like he's in charge of it. So you're asking me, you know, are you ever going to go anywhere? Are you wasting your time? That's a question you need to ask for him, because he's very in charge of how this relationship is progressing. And he has a timetable, or he definitely doesn't have a timetable. So if you call the store at 303-964-9339 tomorrow, get on my books. Let's do a little half hour, Sarah, and we'll go into it when it's not such a public platform and talk about what he's trying to control. Okay, because there's definitely a control issue there, and that's why you feel like you're wasting your time. And there's also the both of you share an abandonment issue. So both of you may have been left by previous significant others, and so that's one of your sticking purposes. If that makes sense, Sarah, can you tell me yes? And the feed down here. And then part of the reason that you're staying in that relationship with him, I'm on a different chart about, you know, why are you doing it? And it has to do just with self-love and self-honesty. Okay, she says, yes, that makes sense. So Sarah, the reason you were in the relationship is because of self-honesty. And I want to tell you about this class. If you come and take this class that's coming up, it's just, I'm gonna pull this up. I can't really show it on, it's called Manifesting Love Now. Become magnetic to your dream relationship. So I'm going to be quite blunt and say, how many of you that don't, you know, have relationships, or you're in one you're not sure about, how would you like to have a magnetic quality where they just come to you? That's what the cards were saying earlier about the treasure within. And if it's covered up, how can you draw the right person to yourself? So again, if you want to do an Akashic Records reading with me, we will connect into these circumstances and transmute that energy. It's like if you've ever played with magnets, you know, when you're trying to push them together and they're opposite poles, you just kind of can't, right? And that may be where you are within in your relationship. And if you don't understand consciously why you're having problems, you have a chart and you connect with your divine self, and it shows you exactly what's happening. And then you can be like Sarah and go, yep, that makes sense. Okay. And just imagine if you've got this and you've got people in your life and you're like, why am I having such an issue with them? And you know what the issue is, how much easier is it to navigate your relationship with that person, to choose to keep it, work on yourself, or terminate? Can I get a hallelujah or an amen or something? I see your beautiful selves are over here watching. You're being quiet over here, Instagram. Can I get a hallelujah, thumbs up, something? There goes a few. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so that's what the class is going to entail. And I've been reading Akashic Records and working with energy charts. Oh my goodness, 13 years. So according to modern polite society, they said that makes you an expert. All right. Thank you, Mama Jakeem. Thank you. Okay, so let me get to the next question. Melissa says, why can't I let go of Brandon? Melissa, again, using the charts from that book, and I'm going to teach you all how to do this and get the questions that or the answers you're seeking, so you make better decisions. Better informed means better decisions. Okay, so Melissa, I'm showing value. So you're not valuing self enough to be able to make the decision to let go of Brandon. So not, we might want to talk about this again off, at the store, in person. And you can always go to the website, for heaven's sake, and click on practitioners, make an appointment, click on Denver, because if you click on the other store, you won't see me, and click on Deanna and pick out a time. And we can talk about this in person, because Melissa, what I'm showing is that you've got some other things going on inside with self-image. And it has to do with feelings of being left. So that may be another reason you're not leaving him, because you don't want to feel left. So I hope that makes sense to you. And by the way, I totally get it. Those of us that are learning, or those of us that are teaching. Anyway, I hope you all are laughing out there. Okay, next. So that was Melissa, and that was Sarah. And over here, Mama Jakeem says, why do I have such a difficult relationship with Julia? Okay, Mama Jakeem, what I'm getting for your beautiful self is you lack boundaries. Mama Jakeem, watch closely. I wouldn't know anything about that. How many of you sensitive empaths and highly sensitive people, starseeds out there, have trouble drawing boundaries? Can I get a thumbs up or a smiley face or at least a giggle, So anyway, thank you so much, Mama Jakeem, for your question. And that goes with both of those people you were asking about. You're having difficult times because you're not saying no. You're not enforcing your boundaries. And I will tell you, as a parent of a teenager, that's one of the hardest things to do, is to draw boundaries with your kids. But if you don't, they don't feel loved, they don't feel secure. I know that sounds weird, but it just is. That's how the human mind works. Okay. Down here in the feed, Melissa says, yes, that makes so much sense. Juliana, hi, how are you? I hope you're having a great evening too. And Sarah says me, yep. So, all right, let's talk about the next thing. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the feed. I am going to go ahead and put it down here for you. Today, when I looked under the workshops and the classes, I did not see yet, it should be posted tomorrow, at least I hope it's posted tomorrow. I didn't see yet the link coming up for this class of manifesting love in relationships. And so not only are we going to identify the challenge like we did tonight for a few people, then we're going to diffuse and dissolve it out of our energy fields, so that instead of our magnet going like this, it can go like this. And you can actually do it in a relationship with your work too, or a job. Anything that is repelling, Okay. And then I'd like to say a big shout out to all the beautiful ladies that actually joined me for the Manifesting Love and Relationships by Clearing Karma class. We did a group clearing. And when we did that group clearing for manifesting the class, we all were able to do a giant clearing, kind of like this, but we did it through meditation. It was beautiful. And if I hear back from those people that they want to do something like that again, I'll offer that again. It was a first time offering. All right. Now what I'm going to drop in the feed for those of you here live. Oh, Juliana. Oh, bless you. She said, I would love to take the class. That is awesome. Thank you. Juliana, if you would watch the store's website under classes, and then just look for my name, and it is, let's see here, the name of the class is Manifesting Love Now. And again, you'll have to invest in a pendulum in the book, but the book is fabulous. I use it in my practice every day now. Thank you for that. And then I just put in the feed the other thing that's coming up that's just so schmeg and awesome and timely. We have Halloween coming up. How many of you are ready for Halloween, when the veil kind of thins and it's easier to see between the dimensions? Talk to deceased loved ones, angels, and guides. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm excited about that. I don't remember how many years I've been doing that event. called Into the Night. I just remember the first time I did it, it sold out. We had standing room only and people waiting at the door in case people didn't show up with their tickets. Anyway, so this year, um, I am going to be doing an earlier time at 5:30, and you can find the tickets. I just dropped it here on Facebook if you're on the For Heaven's Sake page. For the people that are over here on Instagram, if you go to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on events, there's a link that'll take you right over there where you can get registered. And I'm this year going to be talking to angels. If you're interested in talking to angels, if that's something you want to hear what your guides are saying or angels are saying and you can't hear them, could you put a comment down here below so I can feel that interest in that vibe? Mama Jakeem says, thank you, my mother, my daughter. Big hugs and kisses to you. Hang in there. Reach out to me if you need a session, okay? I do have other sessions available on the website. Okay, so how many of you out there are just, how many of you out there are, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I've been on here a half hour. I try not to go too long, but we always do. We have so much to talk about. How many of you would like to talk to your angels and guides? Give me a thumbs up. How many of you would like to hear them in real time like I do? And you have questions about your ancestry. Remember, up until we had the 5 planets retrograde, up until then, we had months where we were working through family trauma. Christine, thank you. Absolutely take an angel class, Mama Jakeem. Awesome. And I am Stephanie. Hi, good to see you. Okay, so Mama Jakeem, it's not an angel class. It's coming out, although I probably should teach one of those. It's coming out and talking to your angels and guides along with deceased loved ones. Okay? And anyway, so what I was saying very quickly is the family lineage is also in this book I'm going to be teaching out of. And when all the 5 planets were retrograde, our things to work through at that time was family lineage, whether it was inherited, whether it was learned or programmed. That's what was going on at that time. And so we're finishing that up. And now the ancestors have been coming to me in readings more and more every day, asking me, when their loved ones come, they're like, hey, they lived in the 20s or they lived in the 50s, and they're reminding people in the current bodies, things to look out for, things to get ready for, how things are going to go. And so, I just got goose pimples. Somebody's ancestors is in my office with me. And Sarah says, when are you going to be doing a seance again? Last year's was so awesome. Sarah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put it right down here again for you in the feed. For those of you on Instagram, go either the link in the bio or go to my website, and there's a link there. It'll take you right to the bookstore and you get registered. And it is limited seating. Once they're gone, they're gone. And this is the seance into the night. So that's, what we're doing. And I'm doing it that night. But instead of just talking to deceased loved ones like I normally do, I'm talking to angels. I'm talking to guides, because the times we're living in are so dynamic. There's so many changes, so many things going on, right? And so I'm talking to everybody. So for those of you that didn't know, I'm a medium. For those of you that didn't know, I talk to beings not from here. I talk to angels. I talk to guides. I talk to Palladians. I talk to Arcturians, all kinds of beings, So whoever shows up, if you got a question, you're going to want to be there, okay? And thank you, Sarah, for that testimonial. Yes, it was awesome, the one we did last year. And I'm loving doing that. So anyway, I love it. Anyway, so again, I'm a little bit tired tonight, a little punchy, but my name is Deanna Gloyd. I will be at For Heaven's Sake on Thursday. Next week, I'll be there Thursday and Friday. Friday is a fair day, so if you need a discount, you're going to want to get signed up then. Please don't wait, because what I'm finding is the closer that we get to the holidays, the closer people are to wanting to know things and, kind of freaking out. So if you need help, if you feel imbalanced, if you have a strained relationship, if you have pain in your body and you need help, and you're not able to do affirmations and get it to go away, or you're not able to take steps forward and get it to dissolve, or you're at loggerheads with somebody, give the bookstore a call or go on their website tonight because it's 8:40 here and set your appointment. Go to practitioners, click on Denver, click on Deanna, 2Ds, not that hard, and find out what times are left. Okay? And I will see you all there. If you have any questions, let me know. Big hugs and kisses as always to you all. This is the love of my life, this beautiful energy that's coming, and it seems like such a wiggy time that, my love is serving all of you. So come see me soon, and let's get some things turned around for you, okay? Big hugs and kisses.